Coach McKenna here with another version of Great Day to Be Irish show. Wow, things are really great around Notre Dame right now. It's an exciting time for me and for everybody else because what a new school year brings is a fresh start. Yeah, here we go. You can start all over again. What happened last year, and we can move on and things can change. We're honored, and I'm really excited to have our principal, Joanna Barlow, with us today because it's neat. Now, I believe, well, first off, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
I think last year your title was basically interim principal,
Yeah.
right? So this is our first year of being the principal. So that's really exciting.
Yeah.
And I got to tell a little story about, I had a chance to meet with Mrs. Barlow a couple weeks ago. And one of the things she said, and I think it's going to kind of be the tone of what we're going to be about Notre Dame. And I really left the meeting with a good feeling. Is the last thing she said to me, said, "What can I do for you?" And I believe she's that kind of person that I know she cares about people. I know all those things that we're going to talk about that. But it really felt good that, up top, they care about us down here in the basement. Because I am the basement dweller down here and everything. So, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And what I would like to do is, I want everybody to get to know you a little bit. I know you got 2 kids, your husband, and all that. But I think the people would like to know you a little bit better. So, if you could kind of give us a little journey of your life here, and then we'll catch up.
Okay, so the journey of, I guess, my life was I grew up at the shore. I grew up in Manasquan.
Wow.
And then I went to St. Rose High School, so one of our sister schools within the diocese. Attended college to Stockton University,
Okay.
and then my master's at Seton Hall University. I majored in English language and literature, so I was a high school English teacher to start my career. Taught at a few places, and then became an English department chair. I was at Piscataway High School, and I knew I needed a change. I wanted something different, something better for myself, for my family. And so then an advertisement came open for Notre Dame. And I said to my husband, I think I'm going to apply for this position. It looks interesting. And he said, Notre Dame High School? I said, yeah, why? What's Notre Dame? And he said, Notre Dame, my husband had gone to Hightstown High School. And he said, Notre Dame, if you didn't go to Notre Dame, you hated Notre Dame. They're so happy there. They like each other. Their sports are absolutely phenomenal. He's like, so go ahead and try it. But I don't know. Notre Dame is like the real thing, a big deal. I was lucky enough to get the position of assistant principal.
Or we were lucky enough to get you to come here.
Thank you. And never looked back. Notre Dame is our favorite place. It's become my husband's favorite place. Yes, my daughter graduated 2018. I have a son who's a sophomore. Throughout my career, I guess since this is the Irish Nation show, I did coach. I played soccer in high school. I coached girls soccer at Howell High School. I coached for a number of rec teams along the way for my kids. Passionate about sports, love it, and it's one of the great things I love about being principal here at Notre Dame, or even being here at Notre Dame, is every day after school there's something going on. There's always a meet, a game, watching the kids practice. It's just wonderful. I love being outside with them and enjoying that part of my day.
One of the things I have to ask you, because I've had this situation where I've been in the building with my daughter here and everything. Mm-hmm. What kind of challenge is it for you? And you've got great kids. I mean, your daughter I love. Yeah. Your son I've nicknamed Bulldog. And what kind of challenges does it face being the principal now and having your son in the building and teaching your kids?
For me, I don't find it as a challenge. You might want to ask them. They might say, oh, Mom. But one of the best things that came out of it, which I wasn't expecting, was I really get to know the kids a lot more because I get to know their friends and their friend base.
Right.
So I get to, I feel like they become like a second family to me. Kids are dropping off things in my office, picking things up, asking me for a favor or whatever. So that's been the best part that I could see. As the principal, I'm not disciplined Dave, so they're not dealing with that.
That's you, Dave McWilliams, out there, disciplined Dave.
But sometimes they do say to me at home, Mom, take off your principal voice. And I'm like, oh, I think it's still my mom/principal voice.
Right.
So sometimes they do say that. But
one of the things that, it's got to be exciting, this your first official year and everything. The thing I'd like to ask you, as I slowly bleed to death here, I guess, is where do you see us, first off, where do you see Notre Dame in a year? And where would you like to see Notre Dame in 10 years, kind of creating your legacy here and everything?
Oh, what do I see us in a year? I see us bigger, stronger, still steeped in our faith and our tradition, honoring what has come in the past. I mean, Ken Jennings, the president, and I are following two amazing people with Barry Breen and
Absolutely.
Mary Liz Ivins, and we really want to make sure we hold on to and preserve what they did here, because they have an amazing history and they've done some wonderful, wonderful things here at Notre Dame. But Ken and I are looking forward to working together to taking it into new avenues, new places. So in a year from now, I hope to be a little stronger, and still having that Notre Dame, that Irish pride. That's where I see in a year. 10 years from now, again, it's the same thing. I hope to one day be able to leave Notre Dame with for other people to come in, new eyes, fresh perspectives, having built things along the way, having built off of what some of our predecessors have done, and then build it further, so that in 2050, alums come back and they're like, wow, Notre Dame's awesome. Look how much it's changed, but it's still that same feeling, that same community, that same family of Notre Dame High School.
And that's one of the reasons, because I'm in a whole different point of my career than you. I'm concerned, what is our legacy going to be? What can I do to help our legacy at Notre Dame as I'm getting toward the end of my years and everything? And that's why we came up with this show. And I just got to give a little plug out, because this will be our 17th show. Now, an idea that we weren't sure was going to work in the beginning has really been nice, because we haven't had a show yet that has under 1,200 views. So that's really neat. And I think it's important we get the word out, because this is a special place. We talked about, you've already brought the family word up, about your family, but it's a family, and it really is. And it's a great place. I'll tell you what, it's a great place for a teenager to grow and build their foundation. And one of the things I love about Notre Dame, and I'm the guy in the basement, I run the weight room, and it's athletics, and I push all that. But there's no reason, and I say this probably every show, there's no reason for you not to be able to get involved in something here, because there are so many programs, so many things to do that I think is important. So that's kind of what I'm leading into, is the variety at Notre Dame. Could you speak a little bit about the different things we have here and everything?
Sure.
Because I'm looking for that person who's thinking about coming here, or maybe that freshman whose first year is going to be here. They want to know more about this place.
There are so many opportunities for kids at Notre Dame. I always say I've never met a kid who was looking at high schools or thinking about high schools where I didn't think there was a spot here for them at Notre Dame, because of the variety. So of course I think there's 56 different athletic teams, but beyond that, the clubs and the organizations, everything from I'm Not Bored game boarding club to robotics to a cooking club, mindfulness club for meditation. I mean, there's beyond the niceties, all the service clubs that we have. So there's just so many ways and opportunities to get involved. And then beyond that, our performing arts side of the house, we just have so much for our performing artists, whether they're in the band, the madrigal, the singing, the concert choir. There's a place for everyone everywhere. With performing arts, you may not be an opera star or the best singer in the world, but there's a spot for you in concert choir, or a spot for you in the band, as a beginner even. So there's just so many, as is on athletics. You may not, you might just want to come and get stronger and come down and meet you,
right,
and start working out in the weight room, meet some kids, and then decide that, I think I want to run cross country, or I want to try swimming. And our kids do multiple things, so it's not just that you're a football player. You could be a football player and in the book club, or you could be a soccer player and decide that you want to be in the Spanish club or the film club. So there's just so many ways to get involved, any interest. And if we don't have it, come and speak to Miss McIsaac and we'll get it.
And we'll find a way.
We will.
And even that, with our tie-in with our faith and everything, we have the Catholic Athletes for Christ. We are now going to have next year probably 7 or 8 teams that are going to be running their own prayer groups, coordinated by Father Jason and myself. And it's just a neat way to be the total package. And I think that's what is neat. I mean, I saw something today about Denzel Washington does a podcast about putting God first. And I think they do a good job here with that. But what is neat about Notre Dame, we put God first, but nobody shoves it down your throat. It just comes naturally. And I think that's the beauty of it with Kairos and everything else, that I really liked what we do with that. New student coming in. What kind of advice would you give them? First time here, first time they're going to meet you, first time they walk the halls, of Notre Dame. What do they expect?
Well, I think you sort of said it in the beginning. It's a fresh start, right? So it's brand new. Reinvent yourself. Put yourself out there. One of the things about Notre Dame is I've worked in a number of places. I've never worked in a place, and this is honest, where the kids were so friendly. Faculty, staff were so friendly. You can't walk down the hall without somebody saying hello, looking you in the eye. It's really important. It's who we are and what we do. So as a new student, lift your head up, say hello to people, get involved. There's Club Rush that'll be happening for our freshmen or new freshmen, and even upperclassmen. Get involved in clubs or activities. Activity period. Go find that advisor. Talk to somebody. Talk to a teacher, and we'll steer you in the right direction. So I just say get involved and soak up all that Notre Dame has to offer, because every kid, you could stay at Notre Dame from when you get dropped off at 7 o'clock in the morning, 6:30 in the morning. There's something going on at Notre Dame until 10 o'clock at night, every single
always
night.
Is.
All right, so enjoy it, soak it up, and you'll have a great time.
It's funny you say soak it up, because I always tell kids, be a sponge.
Yeah. For
the 4 years you're here, be a sponge. Get everything you can out of this, and I think you'll come out of it a better person. And the neat thing, in fact, I just talked to Evan Collins. He's at Catholic University, playing football. I talked to him last night, and we were talking about that. He says, I left high school, and I soaked everything I could out of it. And I feel so good that I'm prepared for what I'm going to handle in college and everything. And I think we do a great job preparing kids for the next level. And you know what's neat? If you're going to fail, and if you think you're never going to fail in life, forget it. You're wrong. It's going to happen. But what a great way, if you're going to try something, take yourself out of your comfort zone, challenge yourself. It's a great place to do it here, because guess what? We're here to pick up the pieces and help you, guide you back, and keep you moving forward. And I think that's neat. Let me tell you what, something I really believe in, and I'm excited. I think, again, fresh start. You always get excited. I've had the meeting with you. I just think the whole school, there's a buzz going on right now. For those people out there that say Notre Dame, things are, no way. This is a great place. This is a great place to be. And you know what? I'm not afraid to say. And a lot of people say, oh, gee, we're not different. Yes, we are. We're different than everybody else. It's a good place to be. There's great people here. There's faculty here. The people I consider family. The administration, everybody. But they have one goal, and that's about your son, your daughter. And I think that's important. I see more of our faculty treat kids like their own kids. And I think that's what goes. And I always tell the story, when I came here 21 years ago, I drugged my daughter here, kicking and screaming from Pennsbury. Did not want to come as a sophomore. And there was something special about this place, and I had that gut feeling. Right. And to this day, she'll say it's the best move I ever made for her, was to get her over here. And she's part of the family. She comes over and works part-time every once in a while, and it's great to have her around. I'm excited. I know you are. Any parting thoughts to everybody out there?
Oh, I just want to say I'm really excited as well for a great new school year. Looking forward to welcoming everybody back. And I guess my parting word is go Irish.
Go Irish, and I'll tell you what, it is always, I've never had a bad day here. It is a great day to be Irish. Have a good day.